Good morning, welcome back to EM Sports. Today video based on football um, updates, depending on different news coming from different fields. Remember, this weekend we did not have the English Premier League or the European League because of the international break. Yeah, we have been having the last preparations for the World Cup 2026 that will be happening from June 11th in Mexico, Canada, and USA. So we have had friendlies and also friendlies, some of the last friendlies happening today and tomorrow morning. So today we have England versus Japan. That will be bringing you live on EM Sports Watch Along. We'll be doing watch along for that game, so be here at that time, 9:45. Yeah, I think now the times have changed, the timings, so the games will be 1 hour earlier than the normal times that we have been used to. So those kicks off at 6, they will be kicking off at 5. Then all those matches that have been kicking off at 11, they will be kicking off at 10, and then those who are at 10:45, 9:45. So England versus Japan today, 9:45 here on EM Sports. I want to bring you up to speed with the latest news concerning football. One is that Tottenham sacked their manager. I think everyone knows this, but Tottenham sacked their manager after 6 weeks in charge, or he took charge of 6 games. Lost 4, drew 1, and won 1 against Atletico Madrid. That was woeful, manze. But anyway, it is not his fault, because Tottenham is a club that also needs a reset and needs a change of thinking all over the club. Like, they need to change a lot of things, because we are having these problems with these clubs that are prioritizing business. This is Chelsea, Manchester United, and Tottenham also mostly affected. These big clubs, they are affected, especially the people running these clubs are prioritizing money over football. Yeah, and Tottenham, but okay, you check, like, Tottenham, they have a very decent squad. I don't think Tottenham have a rubbish squad, and let's be honest. Even if Tottenham just get a very good coach, I think they have a better squad than us. Us, if I say us, than Chelsea. Yeah, we might argue, yeah, but their squad, in terms of quality of the players they have at the moment, I think they can, most of them can match the quality we have at Chelsea at the moment. That's how shows you how the level at Chelsea have dropped. Our levels have dropped, by the way. That is the reality. And if you, because Tottenham have Vicario is better than Sanchez. Yeah, a shortstopper. Let's be honest. Vicario is better than Sanchez. And then right back, okay, Reece James is the best right back in the world at the moment. But they have Porro. Porro is not a rubbish player. Porro is there. Yeah, he's a decent player. Also Spence is a decent player. Not like they are above Reece, but they are of a level. Yeah, you get it. Like, they are not just rubbish. And then center half, they have Van der Ven and Romero. If those guys are fit, they are better than the center back at Chelsea. With no doubt, they are better than the center halves at Chelsea. And then they have Udoki. Okay, it's not to the level of Kukurea, but it's not rubbish. And then their midfield is also stacked. They have Paulinho, the one from Bayern Munich. They have Sarr. They have Bissouma. They have Sarr, Bissouma, and then Gallagher also is there in the midfield. And then in the wide areas, they have Kudus. And then they have Kulusevski, although he has been injured for the whole season. They have he left to Crystal Palace. And then they have Solange, they have Richarlison. So they have a squad there. They have a decent squad. Not the best squad, but they have a decent squad. They should be doing better than that. At least they should be around number 6, 7, around there. And they started the season well, even beating Man City at Etihad 2-0. So I don't know what happened, but they changed from Thomas Frank was a defensive coach. That's how he excelled at Brentford. But now they changed to Tudor. Yeah, Tudor, I don't know, he's a lot of him. I had him at Juventus, where he was also an interim there, and then came to Tottenham also, but things were already gone south. But for 6 games, he just managed to win 1 against Atletico Madrid. That was a very, very, very poor run of games. But Tottenham are sitting 1 point behind, above relegation zone. So if they are not careful, I think they can get relegated. But remember, they want Disabi. As per the latest news, Disabi was considering accepting the job, but they are offering him a very, very, very huge bonus. I think maybe that is what is attracting him, the bonus. But now that is also a very different now kind of play, or Disabi plays a different style of football compared to the other managers. So how it goes, we don't know. But from Saturday, maybe for Saturday is the FA Cup. Now from the other weekend, when we start a proper running for the Premier League end of the season home stretch, now we will see what Disabi will bring to Tottenham if he accepts the job. But also they are contemplating also maybe if Disabi doesn't take up the job at the moment as a permanent head coach, maybe they will be bringing in Sean Dyche. That is Sean Dyche. From the former Everton boss, the former Burnley. He will keep them up, and then maybe for the remaining 2 months of the season, is it 2 months, 1.5 months, something of sort, and then maybe appointing Roberto Di Serbi as their manager. And also they wanted Tottenham manager the former Tottenham manager Mauricio Pochettino, but he's currently managing USA. He's not doing well, fantastically well, no, but it's Pochettino. I think these are kind of the coaches they want a team to sit with that team for a long time, so that the team can absorb in the ideas and then they become effective. But with the national team, that is not the case. You meet with the players for 1 week, maybe, or even few days, less than a week, then they are to prepare for games. It is difficult for a manager to pass through the information and ideas. So I don't blame him, but maybe he's not suited for the national football. Maybe he's suited more or less the club football. So we will wait and see. We'll keep an eye at Tottenham, but Di Serbi is almost becoming the Tottenham head coach. So will he take it now or until the end of the season? We will wait and see how the things will unfold. Another news, we had a news that Man City may be facing 60 points deduction. That means that Man City will be relegated from the Premier League because of the ongoing the case. They had 115 charges or something of 140 charges around there. These were historical charges from 2008 up to 2017 or 2019, around there. So that case has been going on for some time now. The case has been going on for since 2022 or 2021, around there. The case has been ongoing, and there are some rumors, not confirmed news, that Man City, maybe the 60 points deduction penalty will be announced before the end of the season, meaning Man City may get relegated. Because if Man City right now they sit on 61, if you deduct 60 points now, that is 1 point. Maybe at the end of the season, no. So that's also great news to Arsenal, to Arsenal fans and Arsenal team as general. So the second, the Man City are chasing them down for the title, but those are just rumors. They are not confirmed information. Those are just rumors that are there in the media outlets in UK and in the world, that Man City may be deducted 60 points overall. Then that means they will be relegated. But that one is unconfirmed news. We will wait and see what unfold. And then others are just transfer rumors. Enzo Fernandez leaving Chelsea to Real Madrid. Possibly, yeah. Maybe he may be leaving. But these things I have been saying a while. If you even follow me on watch alongs, especially Chelsea games, watch alongs, or even videos, I have said there are like 6-7 players at Chelsea. I think if the direction the club has taken, I think that one we are not going to survive. This is simply because there are some players who will not just sit there and wait. Remember, football players' career in terms of football is very, very short. Players have a longevity of around 15 years or 16 or 20 years. If a player maybe broke the ranks like Cole Palmer at 17, 18, he will have like max 20 years, 38, but not so many. They are not the Cristianos that reach that level. But the max, maybe if he broke out at at 18, the maximum he can have, I think it is 12 up to 30. Then from there, with also these English players, yeah, so the likes of those players. So you find a player like Enzo Fernandez is around 25 now. We have also Fernandez is around 25, Moises Caicedo 25, 26, Rhys James is around 28, 29 now. Those kind of players, those are the key players we have, because these players can walk into any other team. Also, I have seen the comments also for Kukurea being asked if he will go to FC Barcelona, and he's saying one day I would like to come and play here. Remember, he came from the La Masia, the academy from Barcelona. Is it called La Masia or something? Yeah. So Kukurea was saying that yeah, one day it is possible in the future I can come back. So if players are talking like this, you get there is something that they are unsure of. Kukurea is almost 28 years. These are guys that are at the peak of their games. Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez has spoken twice on international duty, whereby he said, okay, one of the comments he said, he was so devastated by the departure of Enzo Maresca, because he said Maresca gave them structure, gave them identity. They played with a clear vision and a clear whatever they wanted to do. It was very, very clear to the players. But it shocked the squad at the squad when Enzo Maresca was just sacked in the middle of the season. So that one brought out so many. If you are reading that from a neutral point of view or a Chelsea fan, you realize that so many of these Chelsea players have been they were behind Enzo Maresca, or they trusted in Enzo Maresca's way, and he said, okay, results sometimes may be good, sometimes bad, but we trusted in the manager. So they trusted in the manager, but in a way or two, the club decided no, it is time maybe to part ways. So that one affected the players. And then he has come in and said he will like to live in Madrid in the future. So that one linking him to Real Madrid, or just saying you want to go. If you remember Enzo Fernandez leaving Benfica, he scored a goal that weekend before he moved to Chelsea on Tuesday or Wednesday or 2022. And he kissed the badge of Benfica and said, I am staying here. But a week later, he was gone. So Enzo Fernandez, I think he will be leaving. Almost certain he will be leaving. Cole Palmer, also there are rumors that Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and Manchester United want him. But realistically, maybe Manchester United, because at Bayern Munich, I don't see where Cole Palmer plays. They have Musiala, they have Olise, they have Nabri, Serge Gnabry. They have these players. I don't think, and also the money involved, because Cole Palmer won't come for cheap. I think Cole Palmer is over 100 million pounds at the moment. Let's be honest. That is the only price Chelsea will listen to. So 100 plus. So I don't think Bayern will be forking out that amount of money. So for Bayern, I think I can rule out. Real Madrid, does Real Madrid really need Cole Palmer? I don't think so. Real Madrid, I don't think, especially they have Jude Bellingham, they have Goulier, this Turkey young boy, Goulier, they have Diaz from Morocco, and then they have, I don't think they will need Cole Palmer. Real Madrid, I don't think. Those are just rumors. Manchester United, yeah, that one can be a concrete place, maybe, or a concrete destination if we decide to leave, because he's also, Cole Palmer is a fan of Manchester United. But will Manchester United fork out 100 plus million pounds? I doubt at the moment. I doubt, because they are prioritizing the midfield. For them, the midfield is very important, and then also I don't think, depends also with Bruno Fernandes. If Bruno maybe decides he will be leaving, then maybe they can think of Cole Palmer. But if they have Bruno Fernandes, I don't think they will buy Cole Palmer with that such kind of money. I don't think. But anything can happen. If Enzo Maresca goes to Manchester City, can Man City come back and buy Cole Palmer if the rumors of relegation are not true? Yeah. I may think, for me, realistically, I think the place Cole Palmer, the next destination for Cole Palmer will be just at Man City, because he walks through in that Man City side. Yeah, he walks into that Man City side without doubt. any doubt. So I think Cole Palmer, if he has to leave, the realistic place will be Man City. So how much will Chelsea demand from him? We will wait and see, and how things unfold. But Caicedo came up publicly and said he want to be a Chelsea legend. So maybe for now he's staying around. But if things continue to go the way we are going, because if you sell Palmer, and you will hear this guy saying, okay, there's a 16-year-old somewhere, eh? A 16-year-old somewhere is just dribbling like Messi, so is the next Messi, come in. So maybe they will go for a 16-year-old as usual, these young babies, and they will go for 16-year-old, 18-year-old. Okay, that is the trend, or that is the road we are in at the moment. So if we sell maybe Enzo Fernandez, we'll just go for a normal young 16-year-old, 18, 17-year-old to come and grow at Chelsea. Or they will say even, we have a Sugo here, we'll replace this. Will replace Enzo Fernandez. So those are the latest surrounding Enzo Fernandez. Then also in the transfer market, we are still in the rumors. Elliot Anderson is a name also that has been mentioned. Both Manchester United and Man City. That is a war between Manchester United and Man City. Man City are said to be leading. And also there are some reports claiming that Man City have agreed personal terms with Elliot Anderson. So maybe Elliot Anderson maybe playing at Etihad next season. Also Man United, because Casemiro is leaving, they want to also, they are keeping an eye on him also. So we wait and see if Elliot Anderson ends up at Old Trafford or ends up at Etihad. But it seems like he will be heading to Manchester. Sandro Tonali also has been reported that Manchester United are also advancing, on in terms of buying Tonali from Newcastle. Also Man City are keeping an eye on Sandro Tonali, because you remember also Rodri maybe leaving also to Real Madrid. He said Real Madrid is the biggest club in the world, and I'm looking forward to playing here. So maybe also thinking about maybe Man City, if Rodri leave, they will go for two midfielder. That's maybe Sandro Tonali and Elliot Anderson. So we will wait and see. Those are the football around football news. But Chelsea, we are not in that conversation. Yeah, but it hurts me because in the recent years we were in this conversation of these top players, the likes of Elliot Anderson. We were there, the likes of, and we won so many races in terms of going for top players. The like of Hazard, you remember 2012 when Manchester United, he was almost joining Manchester United, but Roman Abramovich came in and swapped in, and Hazard signed for Chelsea. Diego Costa, Fabregas, who was also Manchester United wanted Fabregas, he came to Chelsea. So, but of late we are not in that conversation. Of late we are in the conversation of young players. We have seen them on YouTube, young players, 16 years old, playing somewhere. So that is the news that we have been that is now the levels that we are on at the moment. So we finish with Mo Salah also leaving Liverpool. He has announced he'll be leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. Maybe where the next destination, Saudi, or where, we don't know. We will be waiting and see if he goes to Saudi Arabia, or he will be maybe joining any other Premier League club. I don't think so, because maybe of the pace of the Premier League. I think now Salah, it will be very hard for him to maybe to get into the Premier League, and also the status that he has created at Liverpool is one of the legends of Liverpool. So maybe Saudi Arabia may be a possible destination, or any other European league. So we wait and see. He hasn't said where he's going, or maybe retiring, we don't know. So we will be waiting and see where Mo Salah decides to play next season. Otherwise, remember, tonight we are bringing New England versus Japan. Watch along. Kindly subscribe. Put on that notification bell, and let's move and let's create this community, a football community, so that we talk about football, watch alongs, and all matters football. Otherwise, have a lovely day. Please subscribe.